Hello and welcome to our coven.
We're Angels on Broomsticks. We're a mother-daughter duo.
And you are tuning in to Witches, Bitches, Martinis, and Makeup, which is our YouTube/podcast series where we basically have a witchy or bitchy or honestly whatever topic of the day. And we do our makeup and have a cocktail all at the same time. So if you're tuning in on podcast form, I am Evangeline, the daughter.
And I'm Kristen, the mom. We sound alike.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
So let us know if you can distinguish our voices from each other. So yeah, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about Christmas because it's coming up. And we're going to do a Christmas kind of festive look with a mishmash of products. But we're going to talk about how we celebrate, how, our goals of celebration, our inspirations of celebration. Some of our favorite maybe Christmas movies we'll throw in there.
Yeah, and also the Winter Solstice being this time of year as well, which is 2 days away from now, so the shortest day of the year. And yeah, just winter in general. Like, how do we find joy? How do we live our lives in this dark, dark time of year? We're in Canada.
We're in Canada, so it's dark.
Cold and dark.
It just got cold today.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because it turns out my tires need air. Something about air.
Oh, yeah, it's the changing.
Yeah.
It is a thing. It is very much
it's
a thing.
annoying.
Yeah, I'm doing a green makeup look. Not that the podcast people can see it, but this is my inspo. It's like this beautiful, I was going to call it martini green, but that's just because I have this dirty martini palette in front of me, but it's featuring Gemini from Melt Cosmetics. So greens for me. Do you have a necessary specific makeup?
Well, I'm going to try a lipstick look I saw Laura from Melt do, which is the rosebud look. And it's like she uses Belladonna 2 red base, and then she kind of outlines it blurrily with another color, which is called Blood Wine. And I got these at the sale, the Melt sale, $5. And good. You line it with a purple. So that's my big. And then I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Mothership palette. Nobody likes. It's this one, and I love it. It's a perfect palette. Like, it's a great one and done look. And I'm going to kind of do silver.
Ooh, silver.
Yeah.
You don't do silvers too often.
Yeah, because I'm going to kind of not do a crazy, like, too much eye.
Very true.
Because I'm going to do a lot of lips. So, yes. So, let's get into what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I guess what inspired this conversation for me, well, it's a couple things. But I have been talking to other people, like colleagues and extended friends about, like, what do you do for Christmas? Like, does your family do presents? Because personally, for one thing, it's not in my budget, especially this year, for presents. So I kind of had to have a conversation with a couple people. Like, I don't want to do Christmas presents this year. But, I mean, we, in our little niche of our family, haven't done Christmas presents in a while now.
I'm a kind of person, it's all year round. You buy something when you need it. You want something? Or, like, come to my house, we'll go online. You want a new pair of shoes? Let's go shop online. I don't.
Yeah,
I've never been. I'm not a good gift giver.
Yeah, me neither.
Gift giving is not my love language. I don't even like getting gifts, really.
I
appreciate it. But, like, if someone was thinking that they needed to find me something, it's called vodka. Like, Jesus, like, don't go all out. Like, if I want something, I'll buy it. And please never buy me anything to wear.
Oh, yeah, that is the worst. When you were a grown adult, honestly, even as a child, when I was gifted clothing, it's the worst.
No, it's worse. You have to be a baby to receive clothing.
That's the only people, unless okay, I actually did buy my partner a couple shirts last year because he doesn't
dress.
Style.
Like, you need to, like, with a man like that, you need to dress him.
I know.
And that's what people do, and that's normal behavior.
Yeah. But imagine he bought me clothes.
No.
That would be weird. He wouldn't.
No.
But anyway, yeah, I totally agree with that one. And even makeup, like, Don't buy me makeup. Buy me a Sephora gift card if you're going to buy
But
me.
unless I know what you want.
Oh, well, of course. I'm just thinking of a random person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, was like, what do I get Evangeline? Oh, she likes makeup.
Oh,
I'll buy her makeup.
Yeah, it's like, I heard you like makeup, and here's this ginormous palette from some off-brand.
Oh, my God.
From Shein or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that. Yeah, I feel like we stopped presents quite a few years ago now, maybe even especially during COVID because times were tough financially for like everybody. I feel like that's when we officially were like, we're not doing presents. But yeah, I find it a stressful process for one and unnecessary because yeah, adults can buy what they want when they want it. And it's kind of can be embarrassing, to be honest, to have that conversation with people like, I can't afford presents this year. You know, it's like, why should people have to feel that way?
And also, like, this whole gift giving stuff, it's like, I was listening to the radio this morning and they were talking about their office Christmas party and how it's like a secret Santa. And it's like, oh, like, we have a $20 budget. What are we going to buy? Nothing. Everyone look for the wine-shaped bottle. You know, like, you're going to get a mug again?
Just crap. It's honestly just a lot of the time crap.
Yeah, and you just end up with things you don't want. From the dollar store.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, like, I see it as a time of year to get together with friends and family and enjoy food and drinking and movies and comfort because we are in the longest nights of the year. So let's basically, figuratively and literally gather around a fire and, you know, enjoy.
We don't have a fire, but we use the fire on the television.
However, this year, well, actually, my partner, Brian, and I, we have always done our own little Christmas thing on the solstices. But this year, I've been invited to a witchy thing at the Scarborough Bluffs, and it's going to involve fire, real fire.
When's that?
On Thursday. In the afternoon.
Like tomorrow-ish.
The next day. I am so excited. I don't know what's in store. I've never gathered in person with witchy type of peoples.
What if you don't live to tell the tale?
No, Mama. This is the mama of you, the baby love.
Oh, the baby I love. Okay, good.
She's this baby. I know.
She knows a baby.
I know a baby. I'm friends with
weird?
her.
She's friends with a baby.
Yeah, and she's going to be raised by this basically coven of women. That's her mother's goal of like basically getting a bunch of like-minded women together to be friends, but also to help raise her child like in a village, essentially, which I think is a really cool goal.
Is there a daddy?
Not daddy.
There's no daddy.
Two mamas.
Oh, that's good.
It's all women's.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, she's hosting that. Baby will be there.
The baby.
She's so cute.
She is the really cutest baby I've ever seen.
Yeah, shockingly so. So, yeah, that's going to be a big thing for me this year. I'm really excited about that. And I was telling you, my mom
is here,
that I was listening to CBC, which is our like national programming radio. And an Indigenous woman was being interviewed talking about this time of year and how she celebrates it. And she was talking about basically not just this time of year, but like decolonizing the calendar and the year because it's so oriented around Christian stuff. And with that now, like capitalism and consumerism, because we have these times of year, we buy and we buy and we buy. So she's celebrating the solstices and she gives that time off to her staff. And she also gives the summer solstices off. And it was just, I think like people are really like reconsidering how they spend this time of year.
Well, I hope so.
Like as a kid, you get a lot of presents and that's fun. But even so, like kids don't need stuff always.
No.
And it's a good lesson to teach kids like that it isn't all about the stuff. Although I was spoiled brat. Not a brat, I was spoiled.
Well, so everybody was.
Yeah.
It was the time. It was the 90s.
It's true. Not complaining. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And we have a new thing we've been doing lately to get us through these cold nights, which is this spa place that's right near your house where it's like is it Scandinavian in origin?
No, well, it's like a Scandinavian spa, but this one is It's just called Body Blitz. It's the waters. We call it the waters. And it's just a series of waters and sauna and a steam room that you go through like a little circuit.
And there's a cold plunge.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. There's like a sort of like Dead Sea, like warm bath. Then you go to the steam room. Then you cold plunge. And you love the cold plunge.
I love the cold plunge.
It brings you alive.
It brings me life. I just love it.
It's really
fun.
It's like you go in it for the first time and you're like, oh, but then you kind of relax into it and you feel like you could sit in there for a while.
Yeah, I'm a big baby when I go in. I count. I say, $1 million. I'll get $1 million.
Yeah.
And I'm loud and I'm like, ugh.
But I love seeing everyone do it too because everyone's kind of doing that. You get occasionally a person soberly going in there just like calmly, but most of the women are like,
yeah, and it's women only in this particular spa. I know we're in our city in Toronto. We're opening up another spa. Then there's Scandi Spa up in Collingwood or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And some other spa I noticed on, I don't even know where it is, but some kind of, but this one is only women, so you don't have to deal with children.
Yeah, it's really fun and it feels really healthy.
Yeah, it does. And you've come out of it and you feel so relaxed. Mm-hmm. You know, like you've been on vacation without the stress of the airport.
Exactly. And I was feeling a little like something was coming on, you know, that feeling. We went this week. Was that this week?
Yeah. No.
Like, what day is it?
It was last Thursday.
Oh, it was last week. I was feeling a little bit sick, and then I went home, kind of still feeling ill. I woke up totally fine. I think it was the waters doing their magic.
I think it was the waters.
They do say it's really good for your immune system. And on top of that, we were talking about, like, getting outside is so important this time of year, and you are lucky to have a job that brings you outside.
Yeah, I'm outside all day.
Which sometimes is hard.
And I know, but I noticed when I get home, like when it's a really crappy, because the worst type of day in the city would be wet, cold, and windy. And that happens. Mm-hmm. But when you get home, boy, don't you feel good.
Yeah, after having been in that, and then you get to really enjoy the inside.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to try and get outside a little more. There's a little skating rink I want to go to this year if it ever gets cold enough, but like in Greenwood Park.
Oh, I hate skating. Hurts my feet.
Yeah, but it's a nice opportunity to get outside.
I don't have skates. So.
I got skates last year from Decathlon for like $30. So that's a goal to do.
And then, so for our actual Christmas, we do have a tradition.
The lobster one?
Yeah.
The Christmas Eve? Yeah. We have people over at your place, and she makes a lobster pasta, which is delicious.
It's from the Joe Beef cookbook.
Oh, that's the recipe.
Yeah. It's from a restaurant in Montreal called Joe Beef, and it's lobster and with a cream sauce. It's really easy, but it's just a production because there's lobsters.
Yeah.
If you're into that.
I almost want to say, like, at least lobster in Canada is one of the probably last, like, more sustainable, like, ways you can get, you know, seafood. Because there's, like, lobster fishermen out on the East Coast.
So then we shovel those people off in an Uber. And then we have tequila shots after.
That was last year. That's not normal.
We'll have it this year.
That was too much. We overdid it. I did not feel well the next day, which was Christmas. And like a little hangover is fine maybe on Christmas, but I was not feeling well. I fell asleep during half of the movies we watched.
Oh, then the next day,
yeah,
we have a boy, Freddie. He's our son. Not your son, but my son and your brother. Yeah. And he comes over and we watch movies.
Yeah, all day, back to back. And it's like, what movie we watch now? All the Christmas movies, all the good ones.
Okay, now let's go. Which Christmas movies do you like?
Well, my top, I mentioned this last year, is Last Holiday with Queen Latifah.
Oh, yeah.
Which technically is like more of a New Year's movie because they never fully mention Christmas, which is actually something I like because the end of the day, Christmas isn't my number one. I like this time of year, not gonna lie, but Christmas itself, it's not necessarily my obsession. And anyway, it's my favorite holiday movie ever. Everyone knows it. It's the best. It makes you feel so good inside and makes you think about your life and how you're gonna live it.
Makes you want to eat all that good
Oh
food.
my gosh, exactly. It's so fun to watch, honestly, a woman living her best life.
Eating.
Yeah.
Being sexy.
Drinking, her outfits. Oh, it's the best. That's my favorite.
She loves that one. We watched Love Actually.
I feel like that one's fallen off of the...
Well, it's problematic. I've already watched it. It's a hilariously stupid movie. It's Dumbo. I think it's stupid.
It's like, also, I guess it's been like overloved in a way that like so many people watched it so many times.
I don't even understand how it got so popular. I don't get it.
It was the the decade in which it kind of came to popularity.
Just after 9/11.
It was like, that was the type of humor and stuff. And I used to love that movie. I got in
loved that movie?
I used to.
I always thought it was kind of dumb.
Oh.
Because the storyline I hated the most, which is one I tolerate now, is stupid Colin Firth going to like Portugal and falling in love with a maid who they don't speak the language, and then they get married.
Yeah. Okay, what's your favorite plot line in that movie now?
Bar none. The best plot line, still to this day, is what is her name again?
Oh, Laura Linney?
No, I hate that plot line.
Now I don't like. Yeah.
Laura Linney answering the phone to her brother. Hello, lover.
I used to feel so bad for her. Now I do not.
No, she's a loser.
You dug your own grave.
She's
there.
stupid. No, it's Emma Thompson.
Oh, of course. That's the most tragic.
Oh my God, it's still actually quite beautiful
and two amazing actors there.
God, that's good. That's good stuff.
I've seen now 2 recreations on TikTok of comedian guys on TikTok recreating that scene and playing all the characters. There's this one guy, Tyler Warwick. Oh, it's so funny. I'll show you it after this. He's so good. He like redoes like Twilight scenes and stuff, and somehow he gets every little minuscule facial feature. And he did the scene where Keira Knightley's like watching, I look quite pretty, don't I?
Yeah.
And he's doing Andrew Lincoln too, like...
I look quite pretty, don't I?
They're all of me.
She's only like 14 when she filmed that, and she's getting married. No, she's 18.
And the guy who plays the young kid
is like 2 years younger than
something crazy like that. It's insane, but I would have never guessed she was that young. She has one of those any age faces.
Yeah, who's like that is Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
You can't tell her age to save your life.
It's true. Which is funny considering she was just in that movie, No Hard Feelings. It's like, how old are you?
I just watched that.
Yeah, I saw it.
32. Okay, so I have a favorite holiday movie and I wish to share.
Go.
Okay, it's called Metropolitan.
Oh, yes, of course.
Please, people, do not confuse it with Metropolis, the 1932 Fritz Lang German robot movie. No, this is Metropolitan with Stillman, 1990. And Gilmore Girl fans, I just watched a round of Gilmore, which we should one day talk about. But Gilmore Girl fans, our favorite, Jason Stiles is in it.
Yeah.
He's the funny guy in it. Now, the main character is a tall, red-headed boy. And he's a Canadian actor, or at least was an actor. He hangs out with a group of waspy, young. They're in university age. They're in their Christmas break, and it's called Orgy Week, the day after Christmas till New Year's Day. And that's when most of the movie takes place. And he's poor, but not really, because his dad just left them, so he's not that poor, technically. But he lives with his mom, and he just ends up hanging out with these socialites. And yeah.
It's a good one.
It's
really
a good one. It's very like Jane Austen inspired. And if you ever saw a Whit Stillman film, you'd know.
Oh yeah, which Jane Austen is? It's not Persuasion.
I don't know which. I don't know any Jane Austen, but they talk about Jane Austen.
I think it's Persuasion.
And yeah, anyway, the tall redheaded guy, his name's Tom Townsend, but in real life now I forget his name. I can IMDb it, but well, many years after the movie's 1990, and in the year 2000, I want to say, you were a baby in a stroller, so was Freddie. We went to a mall here in Toronto area called the Dixie Value Mall, and it's like a discount mall. My husband and I, at the time, he was my husband. And we're with the stroller and the babies. And we're like, oh my God, that's Tom Townsend. And he was in the mall, this big, tall, redheaded guy. And we went up to him and, you're Tom Townsend from Metropolitan. What are you doing here? Shopping at the Dixie Value Mall, I guess. Anyway, it was him.
Was he nice or
weird?
he
was super nice.
Okay, I don't know why
sweet.
I imagined he was... I knew that you met him, but I imagined he was standoffish or something.
No, he was super sweet.
Good,
it was just the cutest thing. And he was with his parents.
Oh.
And then when I Googled him, it turns out he lives in Oakville, I think. And he's super religious. And he did not pursue his acting career, even though he's fantastic in it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, and not many people know about it.
No, so I watch it on Boxing Day because that's when it starts, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
But I like also my favorite Christmas movie, and I've already watched it, was The Family Stone.
Yeah. We used to be obsessed with Borrowed Hearts.
Oh, there was
I want to find that one again.
I think it exists. So before, okay, you know how like there's a scourge of Hallmark movies, like a zillion of them. Back in the day, when you were a little tiny kid, there weren't that many.
Yeah.
And there was one that continued to pop up called Borrowed Hearts. And it was filmed in Toronto area, and it was filmed at our gym. There was a scene in it at the Mayfair Club where the lead character is playing
Will
squash.
And Grace.
Yeah. The guy from Will and Grace, Will.
The concept is he's like this corporate guy trying to make a deal over the holidays, and because he's so corporate, he's like doesn't have any kind of romantic family life, so he has to hire a fake mother and a fake daughter to play his fake family, which is such a classic sort of Hallmark vibe now. But in its day, it was like setting the stage for all this other stuff. Set the stage, and it was
so good. And then it turned out they were truly, guess what? In love. I think it was the little girl was from Curly Sue, this other weird kid movie.
Yeah. What else of our Christmas movies?
Well, I think before you arrived last year, don't quote, but Freddie tolerates It's a Wonderful Life, which I love. This one hates because it's black and white.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
There are many people on this planet who I'm sure feel the same as I, and it's less so the black and white as the transatlantic accents. I cannot abide. And does that even make sense? The transatlantic accents.
That's how they talk. That's how they were trained in the theater.
I don't like it. I do not like, and I said that the other day, and Freddie's like, no, I think the acting back then was like better, and the lines were so witty.
They were.
Each their own freedom.
Oh, you cannot hate Jimmy Stewart. That could have been your dad.
What?
Had I married him, like I wanted to.
Well, yeah, not for me.
Oh, I know one I love, and it's Four Christmases with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn.
I saw that for the first time last year with you guys.
I love that one.
Like I'd seen a couple bits of it.
It's
but
crazy. It's just crazy.
I was saying to you the other day, was that you or someone else? Though we are overdue for a witchy Christmas movie. Hate to bring everything back to witches. No, I don't hate. But seriously, come on. I think that would be great.
What's a witch's Christmas movie? Anything?
Okay, I'm going to write the plot right now.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of sort of like, basically a coven of ladies of all different ages who live in this house in the woods. And think kind of practical magic, and that there's like aunts and like older ladies, younger ladies, kids. and they kind of isolate themselves a little bit from the town. And when they go into town and see the festive decorations, like, people are, like, mean to them in the town, and something happens bad where they have to end up hosting everybody at their big old mansion in the woods. Everyone from the town goes there for a Winter Solstice / Christmas gathering. And it's all about celebrating diversity and all the things people celebrate. And there's a romance, and the witches do magic and make candles float, and the end.
Do you see anyone like who you'd like to star in it?
Well, it's a holiday flick, so I don't want to doom some of my favorite actresses to the Hallmark holiday flick, but...
Jessica Alba.
This is so random, but hilarious. Jessica Lange can play one of the...
Oh, she's like total witch.
Yeah. She's in Coven.
You think she'd want to do that?
You know, you never know. I'd love a practical magic reboot with all those ladies again.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but it's Christmas time. I mean, I would be kind of disappointed if it was Christmas time in the reboot, but yeah, something like that. Is it actually Hallmark who produces these movies?
I don't know.
Or do we just call it Hallmark because they
That's
make
what
cards?
I was wondering the other day. It's like, is it really Hallmark? Are they all Hallmark?
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many now that, like, something happened in the past, like, 3 years, I swear.
I know.
Specifically recently.
Yeah, it's like there's 3,000. Like, the W Network is a 247 Christmas movie starting in November 1st.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I saw, it's like, on Netflix, there's, like, some title, like, is he coming home for Christmas or something? And then there's, is she coming home for Christmas? Are they coming home for Christmas?
Yes, they are.
And it's like, there's like 7 of them. Like, are you coming home for Christmas? Am I coming home for Christmas? Like, specifically the same title, but different, like, pronouns and subjects.
Oh, my.
Which is just hilarious. I wonder if it's any good.
It must be good if they keep making sequels.
Oh, I have a couple this time of year movies that I consider in the Christmas realm. One, About a Boy.
Oh, yeah.
I think that qualifies. There's Christmas in it. If not, I think twice. Yes, twice. I think. That's a great one. So good.
Oh, and I just watched Carol. I don't know why that's
saying...
not on our rotation. That's a Todd Haynes movie. It's good. As, you know, does the, you know, late 50s so well. Like, it looks like Mad Men era.
To watch that. And The Ice Storm.
That's Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, it's kind of this time of year. American Thanksgiving, November.
Yeah.
But it's so, like, you know, it is the holiday time. Like, Americans start celebrating the holidays with Thanksgiving.
They didn't used to.
No?
When I was a little girl, I never heard of frickin' American Thanksgiving the way we do now.
Really?
It wasn't a big thing. Maybe it was for football, but I don't think it was like is now.
I have a wine stain disrupting this makeup look.
I watched another one the other day called Love the Coopers.
Okay.
It had a Family Stone vibe, and it was like a group of, like a family getting together for Christmas. Diane Keaton, again, the matriarch. We're supposed to believe that Marissa Tomei is her younger sister, but I IMDb'd them, and they're like 20 years apart. So, but Marissa Tomei is the sister that didn't have the kids, and she's kind of bitter. And they all, anyway, so the kids, they all get together. One of the kids pretends that Jake Lacey? Yeah, from, Boop. He's that actor that he's always playing a goofball, but he plays a real prick in White Lotus, the first season of White Lotus. He's the rich guy.
Oh, I don't know that actor's name,
Jake
but I
Lacey.
really like him.
It's Jake Lacey.
He's in How to Be Single, which could qualify as a Christmas movie.
That's a good Christmas movie.
Yeah, because there's Christmas in it.
Yeah.
Anything that has Christmas in it. Harry Potter. Sorry, but it is. Harry Potter is Christmas movie because there's a lot of beautiful winter scenes.
I feel I'm done.
I'm done too. I don't know why I said it like that.
So our looks?
Ooh, it's not, mine's not as beautiful as that girl's, but it's beautiful in its own way. Thoughts?
Oh, pretty, yeah. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I like the silver and the pink. If you're listening on podcast formation, head to the YouTube and take a look at all looks.
Yeah, I've got the rose petal lips.
Yeah, they're pretty. I want to do that.
And I love my eyes, as usual. Not usually. I always think it's a mess until I put the mascara on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we are done the makeup. I think we've exhausted the conversation for the most part. But
I'm exhausted, Mother Dearest.
we covered the bases. Oh, I forgot to mention what I started doing for New Year's last year. Speaking of this time of year, is going into a glamping tent in the woods. Yeah, it's warm. It's warm and there's a sauna and there's no cell service. And I like spending New Year's that way. We've never done huge parties at New Year's. We've done a lot of stuff with family previously and close friends.
I go to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Usually, which I'm doing this year.
And fondue has become the menu item of New Year's. Can't go wrong with fondue. Fondue.
What kind of cheese do you use in that?
Oh, literally just the kind that's pre-made at the store.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Rather
that's
than
good.
the full... Trying to make it yourself and buy Kirsch
Raclette.
brandy and stuff.
Yeah.
Nay. So, yes, let us know in the comments of YouTube or podcasts how you celebrate this time of year, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Winter Solstice, Yule, anything like that. We'd love to know. We know it can be like a stressful time of year for many people, but it can also be a beautiful and fun time of year. So, yeah, let us know what's up. What are your thoughts? And no shade if present giving's your love language.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not present receiving, because that's rude.
Yeah, and we're not a match then.
Yeah, we ain't a match. That is a weird thing, though. People whose love language is present receiving. I don't know.
Receiving the presents?
Yes.
Usually it's giving.
I
Because
know
they want to
a
give.
person.
Who loves
I'm not going to name names.
You got to tell me after.
I will. And I know two people, and it was just awkward and weird pressure. So if you love presents, that's fine, but don't make people feel bad if they don't get you the right thing.
Yeah, you might as well just have a registry somewhere. So
Oh my God, yeah, your Christmas
just go
registry.
live with a registry.
Anyway, that's definitely it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Stay witchy, stay bitchy. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye, witches.